Hey, it's been a while, almost 8 months since my last theory video, but with a couple of announcements since then, a lot has happened to help us solve the mysteries within Scarlet and Violet. So let's do a quick catch up. We got the announcement of DLC as well as the reveal of the imagined Pokemon. But interestingly, rather than an amalgamation like in the Scarlet and Violet books, we see their respective Pokemon individually, which is pretty fitting for a paradox as this helps give more merit to the fact that they're fake, as their existence simply makes no sense. The Johto trio, for example, simply can't exist in prehistoric times as they originate from the burning of the Bell Tower 150 years ago, where they were reborn as the legendary beasts. Alrighty then, what else was revealed?
That's it! Is that it? The Indigo Disc! That's the disc Pokemon. Yo!
Oh yeah, the disc Pokemon. You know, the reason I made that video in the first place? Well, it's out. It's called Terapagos, and despite its announcement, we still only really have crumbs, with the anime building up its mystery and the games showing us a potential terrestrialization form, a 19th Terra type. That being said, we'll have to wait for the Indigo Disc DLC before we get its full story. But in the meantime, let's talk about the DLC that we finally got our hands on, the Teal Mask. The entire DLC hinges upon the story of Ogerpon and a mysterious man, outcast from the village they journeyed to, and pitied by the village mask maker. Seeing their struggle, he created masks for them, while also adorning them with Terra crystals that the mysterious man had brought from far away. As to where this faraway place is, we don't know. But considering he and Ogerpon resided in the Oni Mountain, it's possible he took them from the Crystal Pool. But the implication of a faraway place could also mean Paldea potentially. It's not exactly clear, but we do absolutely know for sure that the crystals are in fact Terra crystals, as the mask is capable of terrestrialization. But why does terrestrialization exist in Kitakami in the first place? Well, when we look at the crystal pool at the top of Oni Mountain, Briar remarks how the water emits the same energy wavelength as terrestrial energy. And this was the result of the crystalline material having formed from an unknown source, passing its energy into the water. This strange energy also seems to be a potential reason as to why people reportedly see deceased loved ones in that area. Again, a possible connection to desire manifesting things into existence. Even the final fight with Ogerpon kinda leans into this idea, with terrestrialization and desire, as we see her memories help reinvigorate her to continue battling, of which one is this mysterious man. Which brings up the question of who this mysterious man even is, and whether or not he knew about the power behind the Terra crystals. Unfortunately, we don't know much as he seemingly disappeared after protecting the Teal Mask from 3 malicious figures, so we'll have to wait on that potentially being expanded in the future. But speaking of these 3 figures, these loyal 3 are the key to understanding the real secret behind the DLC. The Loyal 3 are first taught to us as heroes of Kitakami who protected the village from Ogerpon's rampage. However, in reality, they're mischievous hooligans with unordinary and strange power. Each one of them are tied to the toxic chain, in that they had their abilities enhanced by its toxins. And it's not as simple as just a minor buff, as we see it drastically increase their power and physique, with once again, the stimulus being desire. A desire for strength led it to gain powerful muscles. A longing for cleverness led it to gain great wisdom. A wish to be beautiful led it to gain an exquisite appearance. And that's not all, as we even potentially see more of the Toxic Chain's prowess upon battling the Titanic versions of the Loyal 3. We know they're not Titans in the same manner as Paldeas, since the Herba Mystica doesn't exist in Kitakami, but rather it's probably related to the Toxic Chain. A common rebuttal is that their growth is due to the food the villagers fed them, but I find that kind of hard to believe when we see them bullying Ogerpon later in their normal size. And I also feel like Carmine? I don't know how to say her name, but I also feel like Carmine making mention of the size, but not the food despite being present for that conversation implies it's probably something else. And we see during the Titanic battle, a very weird effect occurs that's not present in the battle earlier with Monkey Dory, despite having eaten the villagers' food at that point. So with this effect giving off more of a sinister tone, similar to like the overworld poison effects you see in older games, I feel like the implications are more that it's related to the toxins, especially since we already know that it can change the physiology of a Pokemon. But how are the toxins able to do all of this? And more importantly, where did the Loyal 3 even get the toxic chain? All 3 of them are known as the retainer Pokemon, essentially meaning they're holding on to or possessing something, obviously in reference to the toxic chain. But why are they holding on to it? Or rather, for whom? In the story of Momotaro, a boy born from a peach goes on a journey along the way picking up a dog, a monkey, and a pheasant after giving them kibidongos. He then traverses to Onigashima, Monster or Ogre Island, and reclaims the treasure from the monsters. Sound familiar? Well, it's no secret that the story of Momotaro is a direct inspiration for the Teal Mask's plot. The Loyal 3, Oni Mountain resembling Onigashima, Ogerpon being the demon chief, and the toxic chain being a stand-in for the Kibidongo, maybe. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I figured it matched the story narratively, and the shape of the toxic chain kind of resembles it, as well as the Kibidongo in-game being the same color as the toxic chain, but who knows, could honestly just be a coincidence. But the important thing is that despite this being the main inspiration for the DLC, the main character is missing from the story. Where is Momotaro? He's seemingly absent. Or at least that's how it seems. There's still several hints in the DLC that imply the existence of something else, such as the second sign stating that those who come in contact with the ogre are killed and have their souls stolen. But we know that's not true, since the Ogerpon isn't evil. She's adorable. There's also a weird peach-shaped plush-looking thing residing in, get this, Peachy's shop. Oh, and when you look at that, data miners literally found the existence of the peach in the backstory for Ogerpon, with the corresponding name Doku-Taro. Doku meaning poison, and Taro obviously referencing Momotaro. But that's not all, as there's one more hint Game Freak decided to toss in. When you enter Kitakami Hall, you can see lanterns hanging, some of them displaying typings, and each one of those typings connecting to either the Loyal 3 or Ogerpon. Well, except for one. The ghost type lantern is the one that stands out, and it seems very likely that it's supposed to be in reference to Doku-Taro. But why? Why the ghost typing specifically? If we go off the second sign, then the connection to souls is there, as many ghost types are often affiliated with souls. But there's another aspect related to Doku-Taro that helps put everything together, and that's the connection to... Yeah, I know, zombie sounds crazy, happy Halloween. But genuinely, it seems as though Doku-Taro's abilities are tied to the concept of resurrection. But unlike the mannerisms of, say, Ho-Oh, who uses its mystical phoenix-like powers to restart life, Doku-Taro is more than likely incorporating that aspect of stolen souls to help with the resurrection. And we even see this potential resurrection occur in-game, with the Loyal 3 who were confirmed to have been slain by Ogerpon, reborn in their full glory. And even though we talked about the crystal pools phenomenon of deceased loved ones reappearing, could this also be tied to Doku-Taro? We said that since the lake is linked to the Terra crystals, it would most likely be the result of someone's desire to see their dead loved one. But Doku-Taro also has this weird connection when it comes to desire, such as we previously said with the Loyal 3 attaining their wants and wishes through the toxic chain. But it's not just through them that we see this desire. We also see a similar event occur with Kirin, who after feeling betrayed and outcast, he vows for strength in order to achieve his goal, and upon being defeated by us, he outwardly displays his frustration by punching the graves of the Loyal 3. And did you see that? A purple aura quite literally traveled up his arm. The same purple aura we see seconds later during the Loyal 3's resurrection. In fact, it's most likely Kirin's actions that caused the incident. I think it's worth noting as well that he's holding onto the Teal Mask during this moment. So could that also be partially responsible? We know the Loyal 3 and Doku-Taro want the masks. For what purpose? We don't know yet. But I do think it's very clear that there definitely is a connection between Doku-Taro and Terapagos. To what extent? We'll just have to see. But for sure, we're absolutely coming back to Kitakami. There's too many pieces left in play to not return. There's the Diplin evolution, the Gracious Stones, how the Crystal Pool even exists in the first place, and much, much more. So we'll have to wait for the next DLC before we get our answers. So subscribe so you can stay updated with any other potential secrets when that DLC comes out. And if you have any other ideas, like say Doku-Taro could be a Paradox Glamora, for example, feel free to comment down below. Tell me, I love reading your guys' comments. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed the hidden story behind the Teal Mask. Yarr. Yo, what's up, guys? This is not connected to the video in any way. This is just me like talking about life and stuff and video creation. And I just kind of wanted to give like a quick talk about some things in the direction of this channel. In short, becoming a YouTuber has literally been my favorite decision all year, and I'm incredibly thankful for the opportunity you guys gave me to do this. That being said, I would be lying if I didn't say that for a while now, ever since that like second video blew up, that I haven't felt some sort of pressure on what I should upload. There was always that bit of fear of like alienating people whenever I upload something and just them not liking it or not getting attention, especially considering how not all of my videos are the same genre. But I don't know. I've honestly kind of grown out of that mood of just feeling worried when to like upload something. And I think that's good. It's not to say that it still doesn't affect me, but I've come to terms with it, and I kind of just want to do what I enjoy, and I'm doing it right now. Everything I've been doing, every video I've uploaded is just me having fun and sharing my fun, whether it's through like challenges, stream highlights, or literally theories like this one. I'm committed all the way to making high quality content for not only you guys, but myself as well, because I love doing this. I enjoy making these funny or thoughtful videos. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched or even cracked a smile once. That alone tells me that they're absolutely worth making, and I absolutely don't plan to stop anytime soon. So with that being said, thank you guys so much, and bye.